What's up, everybody? Welcome to OnlyFarts. I'm your host, Brad. Welcome. I literally just did a 2-minute intro, didn't press record on the laptop, just on the camera, because that's the most important thing is content, baby. I did a whole thing about the tripod. Why even address it? Because it doesn't even matter anymore. We've moved on. I'm someone who harps. So this is like, I did a whole bit about Freddie Mercury holding the bit. You can only be an influencer if you have a tripod. Okay, the joke's over. That was fucking stupid. Welcome to my podcast. If you're new here, if you found me through TikTok, or you're just somebody who likes to see me fall apart, you're in the right place. There's going to be a lot of farting, a lot of opinions of mine, some unsolicited advice, some little segments with some of my friends I'm going to bring in. We got a lot going on here. This is obviously a very temporary setup, so please bear with me if you're watching visually. And if you're listening on audio, it doesn't fucking matter. It really doesn't. So thank you for joining me. Where do we even begin? Plugs. Let me plug real quick. If you like me, go follow me on Instagram at dammitbrad or at chefasshole if you know me for food and all that good stuff. If you like me on TikTok and you're like 16 years old and enjoy my characters, go to at dammit_Brad. That's all there. Hopefully you can spell. If you're my audience, spelling's probably not your strong suit. But yeah, this is going to be a lot of me talking and ranting and doing some bits and jokes with you guys, so please bear with it. I like this microphone, though, because it literally looks like an umbilical cord going through this. This does not look like... Could you imagine doing performance with like 3 cords coming out of the microphone? It's like literally somebody was trying to do a Mission Impossible piece on this microphone. It's horrible. Anyways. Oh, I've had a fucking day. Went to Carmax with my lady. Fuck that place, dude. Oh my God. I think getting a car might be worse than going to the DMV. Just like going, the process. And it's not even like we're purchasing the car. We had to trade in the car, get that valued, sit around, look at all the cars. Oh, that looks nice. Can't afford that, but that looks nice. Wouldn't that be? It's a lot of, wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be? You're just going around hoping you can afford something. And then you're like, oh, this is in my budget, but may break down on the highway. So that's a good deal. They're like, and the thing is at CarMax, they don't give a shit. Like DMV people don't give a shit, but CarMax people definitely don't give a shit because they're getting paid hourly. They don't make commission. You literally go, you know anything about this car? And they're like, nope. And you're like, well, I guess I'll buy it based off what I think by my gut will tell me. Like, you're purely going in on instinct and whatever the internet tells you. Like, last time I brought my buddy to CarMax with us when we were looking for a car originally, and he literally saw every car, and he goes, every car they've showed us is dirty and dented. I go, yeah, but it's a little cheaper. He's like, yeah, but all these are marked up by, like, a couple thousand. And I'm like, oh, so that's how they get away with doing this. You literally walk into a retail store for cars. They're like, we're trying to make buying easy for you. Basically, like, when you go into, like, Best Buy, you're like, that thing. And they're like, great, do you want us to put that in a bag for you? You're like, sure. And then you return it 2 weeks later. They're like, I don't like it. And they're like, we didn't think you would because we don't know anything about the products either. I didn't go to college. I'm not in the geek squad. I'm just someone who wears a blue shirt. As your qualification. Do you like wearing blue-collared shirts? Then you're going to love working at Best Buy, where shopping is a pleasure and we know jack shit about electronics. Dude, going to Best Buy is like going to the Stone Age, too, because they all look at you. They're like, what are you still doing here? There's Amazon. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you're here. You're at Best Buy. What a joke of a place. I went up to, like, I was trying to look for, like, cameras and stuff. Now I'm recording on my phone, which, honestly... Shout out to my buddy Leo for even telling me this. Like, why the fuck would I buy a camcorder? What am I, 14, making reenactment sketches with my friends? Because that's exactly what I did when I was 14. I had no life. I was a loser. And I just redid all the sketches that I love on my own account and changed my own script. That's what I was when I was a kid. I was a fucking thief. I would just remake my favorite sketches in worse, way worse form, edit it on iMovie, and then put it out to all my friends and be like, isn't this funny? They're like, didn't we see this on the internet? And I'm like, shut up. It's my originality. I'm an artist. God, I am an artist. That's the most pretentious thing we can all say, right? I said I'm an artist. What was I talking about? Best Buy employees. They do... Well, the girl was pretty... She was pretty informed on the cameras, But I was like, am I really about to spend $700 on a fucking camera that I'm only going to use to like look at you guys? That's ridiculous. That is ridiculous to just be like, oh, something that could stare at me in what quality? And I'm like, I have an iPhone 11. What the fuck am I doing? I have a paper blue background behind me. This is insane. I'm really worried about quality control here. Best Buy, Target. They're all just colored shirts. You're all just basically saying, can you put these items on the proper rack if we tell you the name of it and wear these color-coded shirts? You're literally a sticky note of an employee being like, okay, red shirt. Now, tell everybody that you're an electronics you are an electronic professional. You know everything, all thing electronics. This is a TV. How big is it? 72 inches. Is it good? It plays things. Sign me up, man. I'm in. Sign me the fuck up. Jesus Christ. That's all we're doing is we're just walking to stores. We like it, what it looks like, and then we're like, that thing. And then they're like, okay. And then you're like, wait a minute. It's been 2 whole hours since I purchased this thing, and I've been home with it, and I don't like it. You can always return it, or you go to other places where they're like, I'm sorry, we don't do returns because, you sneezed on it now. That is now the new way that you cannot return something. Well, did you sneeze on it? Well, COVID-19 says we can't take it back. I remember that. They're like, they closed all the dressing rooms. They wouldn't take back any product. They're like, you cannot return anything. First of all, if you can return food at a supermarket, first of all, that's fucking crazy that you can just do that. What do they do with the food? What do they do with the food that you return? They got to throw it out. What if there's just like a giant, there's like a Java, Jabba? It's Jabba, not Java. Jabba the Hutt would just be a giant slug of coffee. Jabba the Hutt, Star Wars reference for you fucking nerds out there. Just a giant fat slug of a human just eating all of the food that you return because you didn't like it. And then there's just a pile of greens because, of course, they're just massively fat because there's no purpose of eating the veggies at that point. I like the idea of a 700-pound human being wearing a Ralph's t-shirt, and it's just sucking them in, and they can just fucking plowing food into their mouth. And they're like, oh, is this a return for this week? It's not expired yet. You're promoted. You're promoted to pro Java. Java the Hutt is all the shitty coffee grounds in one person. That's Java the Hutt. Let's talk about Carmax. I don't know, man. We had the oldest woman in the world taking care of us. Let's talk about that. I'm sorry. There has to be an age requirement. Unless you're like a man who's like, I created the Ford. That's the old man I want to take care of me. But also, fuck that guy because I don't want an American car. American cars suck. I'm going to say it. The most maintenance because you got to have an American man fix it because it's a piece of shit. All our cars suck. That's why we import everything. Everything is imported is so much better. Name a cheese that is American made that is better than an imported cheese. I challenge you. If you say, I swear as shit, I will slap anybody I don't care who you are. I will slap you if you say American cheese is better than fucking Parmesan or what was it? Oh, God damn it. Grand Padano. If you say that American cheese is Grand Padano, I will smack you. I will smack you good. If you're going to tell me brie cheese is better than Munster cheese, eat a dick, dude. That's not possible. It is literally so good. The stinkier, the better. That's what I say. The stinkier, the better. That's the best kind of cheese. Carmax. She's so old. She went missing like old people do. Old people and children are the only people that go missing. Do you realize that? Children go missing because they don't listen. And then you got old people who just immediately will get dementia and just go missing. We asked people yeah, we don't know where she went. And she wasn't in the bathroom. She just vanished. Can you just do that at Carmax? They're like, hey, I'm going to put on my blue shirt and I'm going to go fuck off for 20 minutes. Because she's like, oh yeah, because we wanted to test drive the car. That's what it was. We wanted to test drive a Honda Fit. Why can't I speak? You know why? Because I forgot my seltzer. I wanted my little, and by the way, a seltzer is water with carbonation. It's not a White Claw. Stop saying that shit because every place I go has to fucking tell me, oh, did you want a White Claw? No, I don't want a fucking White Claw with my pizza. I want a bubbly Pellegrino. I want a bubbly La Croix. I don't want a White Claw. What the hell? I'm not getting completely blackout drunk while I have this slice of pizza. I'm trying to enjoy myself is what I'm saying. You hear that? Fine cheeses, fart, club soda, seltzer. I have to call it club soda now because nobody knows what it's called now. Because they immediately think, oh, I'm a fucking 19-year-old girl that wants to get blackout drunk in college. That's what. When I have a slice of nice pizza, I just want to get completely blackout so I forget what it tastes like. So this lady goes missing. I am just off the rails. Fuck everything. I miss doing podcasts. This made me miss doing this. She goes missing, of course. First of all, they pull up the Honda Fit. It's the size of a matchbox, by the way. And I know, or it was a Hot Wheels. It looks like a Hot Wheels. It looks literally like I called our car right now like a golf cart. This legitimately was a golf cart. She pulls up because she's a tiny woman. She fits perfectly. My girlfriend is like 4'11", right? You're 4'11"? She's not paying attention. She's in the other room. I think she's... Babe, are you 4'11"? Nope. Not a hint. Probably headphones and nope. She pulls up. I sit down. And my knees touch the dashboard. And it's pulled back all the way, everybody. All the way. So you're telling me that literally... you have to be under 5'4" to sit in a Honda Fit. Literally, that's in the name. Fit in the car. Didn't fit. I'm 6'1". That's tall. Not that tall. I have friends who are in their 6'4s, 6'5s. You don't say that for height. I'm in my 6'4s. That sounds ridiculous. I don't apologize for burping in the mic. That was like the first burp. Y'all can eat it. Excuse me. Oh. Yep. There it is. Don't even fit in the car. I literally sit down and I look at her and I go, I'm not happy. As if I was purchasing the car. I literally took over and I go, I'm not happy. And my girlfriend just starts laughing because she knows the car is made for Oompa Loompas. It's not made for human beings. Is that politically correct? Who gives a shit? That's not what we're here for. OnlyFarts. What if that's like every... I was thinking like maybe that's going to be the intro. It's just like a childish kid big... You know, one of those. I'm 5 years old. I don't know. Anyways, the car sucked. We literally sit down in the car, and we're like, you know what? No, we're not test driving. So we look around, and she's missing. Like, literally, there were cartons of milk everywhere all over Carmax with this lady's face on it because she was just gone. Eventually, our... sales associate, I'm going to call her that because she's not a salesperson. I wanted to get fucked over so badly. I wanted to that's why you should go to car lots strictly to have the idea of like some sleazy ass car salesman being like, you're making a mistake here and make you walk off the lot with a really expensive car that we shouldn't have gotten. I would have rather that experience. I want someone to be like, you're not making the right call, kid. I know what you need. And they don't know what we need because they're just trying to make commission. But since they're fucking Best Buy employees, basically, that's why they're just like, oh, this car doesn't work? Okay. They were incentivizing us to test drive with a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. That also shows you how well Dunkin's doing. That Carmax is the reason you're getting business. By the way, Dunkin' Donuts on the superior level of coffee, on the bottom. I will happily drink McDonald's coffee before Dunkin'. Dunkin' is like a garbage craving. First of all, I live in LA. Donuts are everywhere. Why do I need to eat at the McDonald's of donuts? I don't need to do that. Anyways, she goes missing. She comes back. She's like, what's wrong? We're like, it's made for small children as yourself. You're old, but you look like a child. She's like, oh, okay. Let's go look at some other stuff. So we go look at a Prius because I'm like, well, it's fuel efficient. I'm a hippie now too by association. Because my girlfriend is one. She's a vegetarian, wants an electric hybrid car. So by association, I am just a giant piece of kale. So there's just no other way to look at it. And turns out the Prius is out of the price range, so we don't get the Prius, you know. And she's like, oh, well, let's go look at stuff. She's the slowest person ever. She would never be an assistant or a secretary because she typed slow as shit looking up cars. I felt like I was getting older as we were sitting there. I actually thought that I was going to be in a nursing home before she was. That's how old I felt I was getting. It's like any fucking year now, dude. How is this taking so long? And then we found out like all the car selections are going to be at LAX. Sick. Love LAX. My favorite place in the goddamn world. fucking LAX. That place. I don't know if you're allowed to make like insinuations to an airport of what you want to do to it, because then that sounds like a bomb threat, right? You can't do that. I don't like LAX. I don't like the places as a business. Horrible. It's an airport, I guess you're from A to B, but as a business, asking for bad things, right? Clogged traffic. Literally no signs how to get out of the airport. My mom had a panic attack when she came to LA. She's like, "You didn't tell me that the Ubers were on this." And I'm like, I don't know. What am I supposed to tell you? I don't remember. Dude, I haven't been to an airport in over a year. What do I know about flying? I forgot what it was like to even like be in line and being like, oh, and just sit next to a person who just ate, freaking Taco Bell. Sure, of course they did, because they're going on an airline and they don't care who they're sitting next to for the next 5 hours. They fart up a storm. Why not? We're on theme. We should talk about that. I don't miss being clogged next to an overweight person who needs 2 seats. I don't miss that. I'll tell you that. But yeah, the establishment is terrible. So now we got to go down to LAX to Carmax over there and look at a car tomorrow and deal with some other Best Buy employees that are just like, "Oh, we don't have your car, but would you like this 90-inch television?" It's like, and where would I put it? They're like, "Oh, I don't know. You could put it up yourself." Because we probably didn't go to college, or we're literally trying to figure out our jobs because the pandemic took away everything. I don't know, man. Jake Paul fight, that happened. That's like a very dated thing to talk about, but like, I'm so glad that I don't purchase pay-per-views. Dude, I remember when I was a kid, we had one of my dad's old employees at his toy store. Talk about like, this is the most like weird way to get things. Okay, so we had a coffee guy growing up. He would just, I was a kid. I wasn't drinking the coffee. I wasn't drinking the coffee. I'm not Java the Hutt. All right. There was a guy that we had, smelly dude, really tall, by the way, would not fit in a Honda Fit, tell you that. And he would sell us bags of coffee for like $4. He'd be like, "I got this," and he literally sounded like that. He sounded like Harvey Fierstein. I have to specifically Fierstein, not Weinstein. Harvey Fierstein. The overly gay, strong-throated man who'd be like, "Hey, suck your dick for a cigarette." That guy. That's the voice I'm talking about. And he'd be like, "Hey, Barry, I got that's my dad's name. He'd be like, "Hey, I got a Starbucks coffee. I got socks." He was basically Costco for even poorer people, but he was a man. Ass was always showing for some reason out of his jeans. Never wore a belt for some reason. Smelled terrible. He always smelled. You know what's funny? Before I knew what BO was, I associated with Subway. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but BO is straight up Subway. Go into a Subway and then smell someone who hasn't put on deodorant. Find somebody who hasn't put on deodorant. I'm telling you the difference. That's why there's like such a weird cult following for Subway, because I feel like people are so familiar with that BO stench. They're like, "Where do I know that smell from? $5 for a sandwich, you said?" Oh my God. BO. Smelled like BO. But hey, best deal on coffee, socks, and so not that guy. We had a guy, and then we had one of his other employees who was like, he looked like Andre the Giant, but like really out of shape. All these people are very tall for some reason. I don't know why. This guy was just like ginormous, wore like size 16 shoes, like, but not athletically 16. You know what I mean? Like, only time you hear size 16, be like, "Oh, they probably play basketball or something." No, this man was like big and tall, gentle giant, and he installed a jailbroken DirecTV. So we got every channel. So I saw boobs at a very young age. OnlyFarts. God, I'm so gassy. Jesus. Anyways. I was getting off track about that. But yeah, he installed pay-per-view, and I got to see every channel for free. That's my point. At least I was spoiled enough, in obviously a very illegal way, that I got to see all these pay-per-views and be like, "Oh, why are people paying for this?" It's like, because it's like the excitement of knowing you had it and saying you had it. And now like bars are finally reopening, so you could have technically just gone somewhere and watched it. Dude, I'm so glad. I waited for the highlights. I'm like, thank Jesus Christ that I would never pay to see a stupid fight like that. The guy literally took the punch. That was it. People were like, "Oh, if you see, he actually lost balance." He took the punch. He got paid $1 million for that fight, more probably than his entire career. I would take the punch from a stupid YouTuber. Why not? Jake Paul. It's funny how like I have like 3 degrees of separation from that human being. It's a very weird thing. You know? I don't need to go into how. I'm not that Hollywood about it. I don't give a shit enough to tell you why I know who that is. It is also not my business. It's not my story to tell. But either way, that fight was stupid. I don't know why I wanted to bring that up, but I did. Here we are. I'm going to go into my first segment over here, Unsolicited Advice. If you have any questions at all, please send me a question at bradstollcomedy@gmail.com, and I will answer it on here on the show. Let's see right now what we got. The first one. Would you rather have lobster claws or rat teeth? Well, I have a strong hatred for rats because we had 2 rats break into our car. Shout out to Carmax. They bought it back anyways. Who gives a shit? So definitely not rat teeth. I want lobster claws because let's be real. Lobster claws is a conversation starter for sure. Like, let's say I'm a single man. I am not, but let's just say I was. And I go to a bar and I got lobster claws, and I'll be like, do you come here often? And she's going to be like, holy shit, you have claws. And I'm like, yeah, I have claws. How many guys do you know have claws? How many guys have you hooked up with have claws? And she's going to be like, none. And I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm going to be the first one. Do you consent? And she's going to be like, absolutely, you have claws. No one's going to believe this story. Exo facto. Claws will always win. Okay, this actually is a perfect transition for the next one. What is a proper exit strategy for an uncomfortable sexual encounter? Well, as a man, I have not been very good at this on my end. And let me phrase that properly. I'm saying for myself, as in like a girl coming on to me and I don't want to. That's where I was going with that. That's going to be taken out of context, but hey, here we are on a podcast. No, there were like a couple times I retold stories of my girlfriend about like a girl coming on to me, and my girlfriend's like, "You were assaulted," and I'm like, "Was I though?" And she's like, "You didn't really want it," and I'm like, "You got a point there." What's a proper exit strategy? I could say like bow out, just be like, and. For that, I am out. Just fucking Shark Tank that person and being like, I see all the offers you put on the table, the way you grabbed me, the way you poured me that drink, and for that, I'm out. And hopefully you don't drop on the floor from a roofie because hopefully you just kind of make it out. Just be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. Hey, listen, no. Hell no. I can't speak for people who freeze up, but I guess in my situation, because I've been taken advantage of, it's a vulnerable place. I don't know, proper exit. I mean, like, I guess that depends on the context of what's going on. Like, is it like someone coming on to you and you're clearly a taken person, or you just feel uncomfortable in a situation? I mean, no is literally, the most obvious answer, but of course you can't speak for other people because people go through shit and you can freeze up and be in a really cornered spot, especially if someone like physically overpowers you. So for that, run and say no. And then also take out your phone. That's been the new thing. Always take out your phone. Phones will save everything and cancel and get rid of anybody you want. Hopefully hey, let's clip that shit. All right, now let's move on. Ooh, I like this one. How do I impress someone with an obvious higher social status than me? Here's some advice that I'm not going to take for myself. Don't give a shit about it. If they are clearly in your mind, if they're bigger than you, like a socialite, nice to meet you. If that's what they sound like, if they sounded like they went to private school, what I've found out from my buddy who's worked in the Hamptons is like you almost just don't, as long as you don't give a shit to them, like if you don't like show them like nothing impresses you, nothing, you don't care. It's like that weird stigma of like the more you don't care, the more they're interested in you. I find if you're like friends with this person, like at first, and you're like have feelings or something like that, or if you're talking about someone who's like got more clout than you, I feel like the more you don't suck their balls is more likely when you're going to get them to come into your corner. Go into your corner. Come into your corner sounds really gross. Yeah, I feel like you just don't care. Just don't give a shit. Don't care all the time. Okay. Let's do one more. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to do this one. Oh, this is a good one. What do you do if your boss calls you in for an important meeting, but you got the bubble guts? That's a great term for diarrhea or impending diarrhea. Bubble guts. If you don't got the bubble guts for it. I don't know, man. I would say a good thing to do is, I mean, if you obviously don't have time to go to the bathroom. That's clearly the issue here. Like, can you see me in my office? And then it's all of a sudden like, what does your bubble gut sound like? Is that your stomach? That sounds more of like a weird tongue thing. Like, that's a good one, right? That's your stomach, right? Can I see you in my office? Can I see you in my office? You know what you do? You hold it in for as long as possible. Have the conversation. See how long it takes to see it in their face. Because like you're eventually going to shit your pants. That's just the inevitable. You have to go to the meeting. Do you hate this job? Because if you hate the job, definitely shit your pants. If you don't hate this job, take the risk and shit your pants. This is what I'm saying. You will confidently shit your pants. Well, if you hate this job, you'll go take the shit. But if you don't hate this job, go in, hold it for as long as you can, and as soon as you feel like the squirts are just like the pearly gates of your butthole is about to burst, you wait for the end of the conversation, and you bow out. For that, I'm out. And then you stand up and walk towards the door backwards awkwardly so they can be like, what is wrong with you? But, oh, sorry. It's just been a long day. You always say it's been a long day, and people will immediately excuse it when you're in corporate. When you're in corporate America, you just say, oh, I'm so sorry. It's been just such a long day. And they're like, oh, my God, me too. Everything is long to me here. Because you sucked your soul out to be in corporate. So I feel like you can get away with saying stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's it for the first episode. I feel like we got a lot of common ground and a lot of derailing, which is going to be a lot of this podcast. If you're not about derailing, you ain't about this. This is why I need a producer. But in the meantime, please subscribe to this show, OnlyFarts with Brad Stoll. It will be on iTunes and all that good jazz soon enough, if it isn't already by the time this episode comes out. But if it does, please subscribe, leave a review, tell all your friends. Follow me on IG at dammitbrad or at chefasshole or on TikTok at dammit_Brad. Clip it. We'll see you soon.